After a 2-month wait, the camper's finally turned up. I drove down to Cairns last week on a Friday afternoon and we pulled it out of the box, literally lifted it up and bolted it straight on. The new Mark II clips underneath here make it super easy. So far so good. Been a couple of interesting issues. One, you have to set it back far enough here so that it clears the man cave when you lift the lid up. On the back it does sit about so far over the back tyre. I did account for that when I made up these bars, which have got good clearance. On the other side, clearing the awning is still going to be a bit of an issue. You have to bring the whole tent this way a fair bit so that when the awning goes up it does clear it. I'll show you that in a sec. And the other thing is that the back of it, because it sits so far back, the rear bar, the tensioning bar for the awning, might not fit. Haven't had a look at that one yet, but we might try and sort that out today. Apart from that, we've put it up and down a few times and it is so easy. The only other issue is with the ladder, because it's designed to go on top of the car, the ladder is very, very long. You can do it at this height, but it does get a little bit trickier just trying to adjust the ladder properly. Anyway, we'll have a look around and show you a few bits of these pieces with the issues that we've got, and we'll put it up and have a look at it. These are the second generation clips that hold it on, and they are fantastic. All you do is put one on this side and one over this side, and then this big central bolt that runs through the middle with an Allen key that goes into the end and literally clamps it on. I would say it probably took us 5 minutes to bolt on all 4 of them. Fantastic idea. So this is about the amount of clearance that I've allowed. It should be plenty. Could probably even bring it forward another 10 mil or so, but we'll try it at that and see how it goes. This is the amount of rear overhang that we have over the spare tyre, just so it'll clear the man cave at the front. I've left a fair bit of clearance in here, probably a lot more than we needed, but it should be okay. The actual legs over here could probably do with being another 15 mil lower, but at the moment it all seems to be working quite well. The other thing we've done is put this Anderson plug here, which came from the original light fitting on the X1, and this will feed up into the tent via another Anderson plug and run lights and a USB for charging stuff overnight. This is where you can see how far the camper actually has to be offset to the driver's side, enable when the lid comes up this way that it will clear the awning. Not sure what we're going to do about that. It does clear it at the top, but there's a good chance that if the awning moves it could scratch on the side of this. You can't move the awning or the camper further apart. The camper can't go any further to the driver's side because of where I've made the legs. So if you're considering making some legs yourself, maybe have a good think about how far you need to get the camper going to the driver's side. You can see here how close that's going to run to hitting on here. It's got to move a fair whack. Thing is that once this is out and tensioned up that way, it does pull it across. So we might end up just gluing maybe a bit of foam or something on there. Again, once you put the awning out for the first time, we'll have to suss that out. We can slide this whole awning back this way, but I don't think we're going to get it back far enough so that this end one will clear that. Might just have a look at that and see if it's going to work. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure. We can put the pole into the ground and still tension it up against there. Just have to peg it into the ground nice and hard to bring it up. A work in progress. Well, here we go. Going to open the awning for the first time and we'll see how much trouble we're in. Comes the moment of truth. We might be all right. see, it's just hitting up there. The pole, when it's in here, comes up about here somewhere. So we might get one out and just give it a try and see what happens. I do provide a special pole for this one with the butterfly nut on the top of it to act as the tensioner. It's a big pain to put on, but it does stop it from flicking off. Right, we'll see what happens now. What I've actually done is shifted the tent forward another probably 10-15 mil, and we've now got this pole sitting out maybe 50-60 mil out from the back of the camper, and the actual awning is not too bad. I have re-drilled this hole here, put a bit more tension on this one, which seems to have taken a fair bit of the slop out of it, and with the other tensioning rods in it, it doesn't seem to be too bad. You can see how far, where is it? There. I had to move it forward, so there's clearance there. Obviously the man cave's not going to be up while it's moving, so hopefully everything should be right. Worst comes to worst, what I will do is undo it up here on these two brackets and then try and slide the whole thing back. If I can get another 10 mil out of this going that way, it should be even better. The issue will be up this end, up in the back of there. I'm not sure how much travel I'll get out of that. I might undo it now and just see if I can move it a smidge, but apart from that, you can see it's a little bit floppy here, but not going to be much we can do about that, I don't think. Anyway, I'll have a bit more of a go and see what happens if I can move that awning back any further. Well, that's about it for the time being. The awning seems to be working. It's not perfect, but a bit of tinkering and we might be able to do something. I'll do a bit more research online, see what I can find out. Any questions about this camper on the Patriot X1? Just let me know, ask away. I'll see if I can answer anything. Obviously as more things go along, I'll be tinkering more.